friends, I'm wanting to give you an update today on what is arguably the best new moon that we could have for the start of a new year. So tonight we have a new moon in Capricorn. It's at 20 degrees 44 minutes of Capricorn, and it will be taking place at 7:57 p.m. Australian Western Standard Time. So this new moon promises a fresh start, planning for the long term, loads of energy for a new initiative, and something unexpected to come through. Now, Capricorn is all about initiating projects. It's initiating things in the real world. It's creating something tangible. So it's taking an idea and actually making something in the real world with it. It's both a cautious and conservative sign, which is really good at organizing and planning. And it wants to structure and wants to create structure and plan something for the long term. So this new moon and the ruler of the new moon, which is Saturn, are both actually in the bounds of Venus. So that means that the new moon or the new initiatives need to kind of conform to Venusian ideas. So what does this mean? It means that you could be manifesting something that would be to do with relationships. So it could be whether this new business venture that you're doing is in a partnership with somebody, or maybe it's something new that you're doing with your actual love partner, or any type of relationship, something that's a way to create harmony in relationships. How are you bringing pleasure into your life and abundance into your life? Are you starting a new project to do with making money? Money is also a Venusian thing. Something artistic, something beautiful. So artistic, beautiful things are all Venusian things, relationships, creating harmony. So the thing that you're creating now needs to kind of conform to that, which is a beautiful thing. That's not a bad thing to be doing. So are you starting, or are you wanting to start a new business venture or a new personal relationship? So this is what this new moon is talking to. It's creating something tangible, something physical in the real world. And really, it's kind of a fresh start. So with the ruler of this new moon, which is Saturn, in Pisces, there could be a little bit of a feeling of overwhelm or maybe uncertainty. So Saturn is in its what we call in its fall. That's a Hellenistic or traditional, not a modern rulership piece or modern aspect. This is a traditional Hellenistic piece. And it has a difficult time there because Saturn wants to create structure and it wants to create something for the long term. And Pisces, being a mutable water sign, is more about dispersing energy, and it's very emotional. It's not about structure. It's about dissolving boundaries. It's more of a dreamy state. So imagine like a big flood of water. It's like very different to like Saturn, which is the structure, and Capricorn, which is also structure. So to work with this energy, I feel like the best thing to do is to just, settle into it, maybe tap into your intuition, which is a very Pisces thing, and also to think about what you're wanting to create for the future. How does it feel? Like you want something to feel good. It needs to bring harmony with the Venus aspect. And then with Pisces being involved, it's really how does this benefit others as well as myself? So it could be an altruistic type energy as well. Something that brings togetherness or it's to heal, but in essence, it just wants to feel good. So to work with this, just think about what feels good, what's going to be beneficial to yourself and to others, what's going to work for the long term. And if you've got a bit of that overwhelm energy coming through, then just take a little bit at a time. Think this is for the long term. You don't have to have everything now. Just take steps and start planning for the future, but do start taking steps. We also have an aspect from Uranus, which is the planet of electricity, and this can be sudden changes. It's also authenticity, and because it's a trine, it's just going to bring this energy through. So it could be like a burst of inspiration coming through, which is like wonderful. It could also be some unexpected person that comes in to help you, be like, wow, where did that come from? Or maybe a job offer comes through that you weren't expecting or something like this. It could also be like a sudden change of heart. So you may have been doing everything like going towards this way in your life, and then all of a sudden you're like, no, I'm going to do this. This is more me. This is authentically me. Almost like could be like a rebellious nature as well. So these energies can come through the external. So we may see people come into our lives with these energies, or it could also be something that changes from within us. So, because it is a trine, it's going to be some sort of a support, like a good thing that comes through. And we also have aspects from Jupiter in Taurus and also Mars in Capricorn. More earth signs, more support coming in a tangible way. This is wonderful. This is opportunities. With Jupiter in Taurus, it's really bringing in an opportunity to go big, and it's asking you to think about what you really truly believe in. What do you really believe in? He can be connecting us to our sense of purpose and also a sense of adventure. Mars in Capricorn is bringing in the motivation and the energy to take action. So Mars is very strong in Capricorn. It said that he's exalted here. So not just good, it's like exalted, doing really well. And really, like Mars is a bit of an agitator. It can be like shaking things up a little bit or pushing us to make the changes. So Saturn might be making us feel a little bit like, oh, I'm a bit lost, I'm a little bit overwhelmed, maybe like having too many feelings here. And then Mars is like, actually, it's time to just take action. Here's the support. Let's just do it. Okay, might be a little bit overwhelmed, but let's just take this one part and we just start taking steps towards what we really want to be doing. And in that aspect, Mars can also cut things off. So Mars could just be like, nope, we're not doing this thing anymore. We're doing this. This is more us. This is more authentically us. And Mars can be really asking us to step into our power, especially in Capricorn. Step into your power, take action, be a leader. Step into that leadership. Where is your inner CEO? Like, start stepping into that energy. Interestingly, this new moon is also taking place at the same point where that Saturn-Pluto conjunction took place, like in 2020, January 2020, right? We all remember that. COVID. So what has happened for you since then? With a new moon in the same area, this could be like reigniting whatever you've been working on over the last few years. Like where did you pivot with COVID? Did you say, oh, I'm going to actually start trying to work towards this thing instead because I feel like that's going to be more aligned with me and what I want to build for my future? In particular, in the area of your life where Capricorn is. So if you look at your chart, in particular, the house there. So what have you been working on over the last few years? This could be like tapping into those themes, but it's also a fresh start. So again, something tangible, start a new beginning in this area of your life. So all in all, it's a really positive new moon. There's a lot of support here. With the trine from Uranus, like bringing in some sort of level of inspiration or something unexpected or something that's more authentically you. Jupiter, like what do you really want to do? What do you really believe in? Also bringing in a level of optimism and bigness and adventure. Mars being like, all right, it's time to take action. What are we doing? Okay, we might be feeling a little bit of overwhelm, but let's just start and let's start building for our future now in something that feels really good. So have a look where you have this new moon around 20, 21, 22 degrees of Capricorn. It's also just look at Capricorn in general. I'd also be looking at what houses you have Jupiter in with Uranus there. That's going to be reworking stuff for you in the midsection of Taurus as well. So, and with Jupiter there's big changes happening in that space. So have a look at that. So the new moon, 20 degrees 44 of Capricorn. Mars is at 5 degrees 7 of Capricorn, lots of Capricorn energy. Saturn, 4 degrees 13 of Pisces. You can have a look where things are being reworked for you there as well. And again, Uranus in Taurus at 19, 20 degrees. So this energy is really strong over the next 2 weeks. I advise that you just take the opportunity, capitalize on this energy. If you have a project that you're wanting to start, like this is the perfect time. 2 weeks of solid energy until we get to the full moon, which will be in a couple of weeks. And also this is, again, thinking for a little bit longer term, this also energy will be in the background until the full moon in Capricorn, which is in like 5 or 6 months' time. But the message here is focus on the next 2 weeks from tonight. It doesn't have to be like on the dot tonight either. Like 12 hours after the new moon is actually the best time to start. but you have like any time within there to just get the project started. It'll probably be happening for you anyway with like all this supportive energy around. I think you just got to go with it, just trust it. Okay. So that's everything for today. I hope that was helpful, and please take advantage of this opportunity. All right, till next time. See you.